I'm Bobby Joe Holman, and I'd like to welcome you to Step 1, Play Harmonica. In the next half hour, I'm going to go over some fundamentals and some basic techniques you'll need to really get the most out of your harmonica. These techniques are also discussed in your book and demonstrated on the CD. You can stop this tape at any point to work on these concepts on your own with the help of the book and CD. At the end of the presentation, I'll play my own versions of 3 of the easier tunes printed in the book. So, with the book in front of you and a 10-hole diatonic harmonica in the key of C, you're ready to get started. Step 1 is getting to know your harmonica. This is a 10-hole diatonic harmonica, and those holes are called air chambers. And within the air chambers are 2 brass alloyed reeds, one reed going one way and the other reed going the exact opposite. When you blow air into the harmonica, you are activating the blow reed, which is actually connected to a reed plate. And that reed is inside of the air chamber. The air goes through it, pushes the reed, and vibrates it. And the reed actually goes out of the harmonica through a hole. It sounds like this. I'm blowing air through the air chamber. It's pushing on the blow reed, vibrating it, and the reed is coming outside of the harmonica. Now, when I draw into the harmonica, the same thing occurs, only it's exactly opposite. You draw air into the harmonica, and the draw reed, which is connected to a reed plate outside of the air chamber, and it vibrates the reed and pulls the reed through a hole into the air chamber. Sounds like this. Now, after you understand how the harmonica works, let's talk just a minute about harmonica care. Understand that these reeds, when they vibrate and go through the hole within the reed plate, the clearance is within thousandths of an inch. So that means that any kind of particle from your mouth, an eyelash, a hair, anything that gets between the reed and the reed plate, the opening, it'll stop the reed from vibrating. So when you finish playing, you want to take the harmonica and hold it like this. I'm right-handed, so I put it in my right hand, and I slap it into the palm of my left hand. And I do that a good 2 or 3 times, just to make sure that there is no obstruction within the reed and the reed plate. Another thing to remember is it used to be, there was an old wives' tale that to break in your harmonica, you would take it, and after you purchased it, put it in a glass of water, put it over the faucet in your sink, put it in a shot glass of vodka or some sort of whiskey, and what that does is that takes that reed that has been finely tuned from the factory and loosens it up. And after you get all the moisture out of the harmonica and you play it, yes, the tone would be a more richer and warmer tone because the reed was broken in. But unfortunately, it does a couple things that are very bad for the harmonica. First of all, by doing that, you take the life of the harmonica and cut it in half, if not more. And second of all, you take the warranty that comes with the harmonica from the factory and you throw that out. So, to break in your harmonica properly, you need to blow in at an even stream of air, blowing in and then drawing air back in, going the other way, evenly up and down the harmonica, kind of like this. Now, the reason that you go all the way up and back down, and you can do this as many times as you feel that your harmonica needs, is you're breaking in these reeds evenly, and the harmonica is staying in tune to itself. Back when I started to teach myself to play the harmonica, I only played the first 8 holes of the harmonica, 7 to 8 holes. And so I never played at the higher register of the harmonica, 9, 10, or 8, 9, 10. And so my harmonica was out of tune to itself. As I kept on playing, this part of the harmonica became relaxed. The tone was more relaxed and deeper. And then the higher register, the upper part of the harmonica, was not being played, so those reeds were still very stiff. So whenever I did get up to the higher register, the tonality difference was recognizable. You could just be going along and all of a sudden these high notes would just stick out at you. So you want to remember, when you get your harmonica and when you're breaking it in, you want to evenly blow up and down the harmonica so the harmonica stays in tune to itself. Now we come to the section in this video on how to hold the harmonica. I hold the harmonica in my left hand because I'm right-handed, and I call it the open C. This is where I get this C. You notice that my fingers are together, but in a kind of a rolled fashion. You take the harmonica and place it into your left hand where your forefinger and your thumb are parallel, and the harmonica has about a ½ an inch that goes straight down the top of the harmonica and on the bottom of the harmonica. You don't want to put it in like this. You don't want to hold it like this. You want the harmonica where it has a good ½ inch, the top and the bottom. Bring the harmonica up to your mouth like this. Now, take your right hand and make a cup out of it, just like you were scooping water out of a stream. Bring your cupped hand and place it right under your left hand and the harmonica. One more time, like this. Now I'm going to put the harmonica up to my mouth and play through it. And when I play, I'm going to open my hands and then close my hands. And you should be able to hear the difference in the tone. Like this. Now, let's learn how to blow and draw into the harmonica. To blow into the harmonica, you fill your lungs with air, you drop your jaw, and make a cavity within your mouth. And you blow evenly, like this. Now, to draw air into the harmonica, you still keep that cavity open in your mouth, and like this. Something to look for is everyone has a tendency when you draw air in that your jaw goes back and your cheeks come in and it goes. So you blow, draw. I'm going to show you in a minute why you do not do it like this. How you do it is you keep that cavity open and you blow, blowing, drawing. When you draw, think of the air going way, way back into your throat. Now, we're going to put the harmonica up to our mouth, and we're going to do the same thing, and now listen to the tone. Now, if we drew in like we all want to do and go by bringing our jaw up and drawing in our cheeks, this is what it would sound like. Because what you're doing is you're actually lowering the pitch of the harmonica. Now the next thing I'd like to talk about is hand vibrato. You remember when we were learning how to hold the harmonica and I told you to bring up your right hand and place it like this? To play hand vibrato, you simply open and close. Open and close. Now, listen to it. So that's how you play hand vibrato. Now we come to the section on this video about how to play a single note. You know, there's actually 3 ways that you can play a single note on the harmonica. I'm going to talk to you about 2 ways. The first way is the tongue blocking method. And that is where your mouth covers 4 holes of the harmonica. Your tongue comes up and covers 3 holes, and the air goes around and hits that one remaining hole. It's a little bit difficult at first, but this method has an advantage to it because you can lift your tongue away from the harmonica and play a chordal rhythm to it. Sounds like this. So I was playing the single note by my tongue up to the harmonica, covering 3 holes, and the air going alongside and playing that single note. Then I lifted my tongue and it played the chord. Now this method of playing is I called the standard tongue blocking method, because when the harmonica first became popular, and this has been 100 to 130 years ago, the method to play a single note was the tongue blocking method. When the harmonica came over to the United States, the pucker method was developed. And that is where it's like you whistling. When you whistle, you, see how I'm doing that? Just as kids, you know, we learn how to whistle, we go. Then you bring the harmonica up to your lips in the pucker, and it only covers the one hole air chamber that you want to play. I use the pucker method most of the time when I'm playing, but there are some times that I use the tongue blocking method to play chordal accompaniment and also to play octaves. The 10-hole diatonic harmonica is tuned in every key. This is tuned in the key of C. This is tuned in the key of D. This one's tuned in the key of F. To play in cross harp means that you play in the key which is 5 tones above the key of your harmonica. We were playing on a C harmonica, so we were playing in the key of G. C, D, E, F, G. Now, if we had a D harmonica, we would count up 5 tones from there. D, E, F, G, A. We would be in the key of A. So that is what is meant by cross harp. To play in the cross harp position, you would draw on the number 2 hole. And that automatically puts you in the cross harp position. To play music, and mostly blues, is in the cross harp position. You would establish the key, which is by drawing in the number 2 hole, and then you can play every other note that's on the harmonica. You just have to come back to the established key, which is G on a C harmonica. Something like this. Key of G. I was drawing in on the 2nd hole. Now I'm going to play it again, and then I'm going to play a little blues riff, but come back to the key of G. Now we're going to learn how to bend notes, one of the most rewarding techniques when playing the harmonica. To bend a note on your diatonic harmonica, when drawing in, you do a couple of things. First of all, your tongue will be on the bottom of your mouth. And when you draw the air in, you lower your tongue, you actually bring the tongue back just ever so slightly. And that lowers the pitch. It draws more pressure, more air into the air chamber where the reed is vibrating. In doing so, it slows the vibration of the reed. And the other thing, it elongates the note. So the longer the note, the lower the note. Like a trombone, when you see a trombone player go, "Om," what is happening is he's taking that note and he's just elongating it. The same thing is occurring on the harmonica. So I'm going to draw in, and when I do that, my tongue is going to go back a little bit, and you're going to hear the difference in the pitch. I'm going to take the note and lower it. So that's how you bend a note on your diatonic harmonica. So there you have it. Good luck and have fun.